I know that this is going to be vastly different from what is usually on my channel here, and very different from or different subject matter as to what I like to put on here. I always want my channel to be a place of safety, a place of comfort, a place of happiness, for laughter, an escape for anything going on in anybody's lives, and always uplifting. However, I am unsettled. I've been unsettled, much like I'm sure everybody else has been. I'm outraged, I'm sad, I'm angry, I'm disappointed, and after careful consideration, me not talking about this issue and staying silent on this issue would make me regret that for the rest of my life, because staying silent on this problem is not how this problem is fixed, and it only contributes to the problem, which I refuse to ever be a part of. So, we're gonna have a little chat. And I'm just gonna kind of just talk about my feelings on the situation and just bring anybody awareness as to what's been going on. If anybody is out of the loop, which I'm sure by now everybody is well aware of what happened. For me, I understand that my following here on YouTube is not the absolute largest, but this platform and my following is big enough. It's big enough to make a difference, and it's big enough, to bring awareness to the importance of this situation and to encourage everybody to take part in raising awareness and everybody raising their voice about this, because it is fucking infuriating. It's infuriating. For those of you who don't know what's going on, which, as I've said, I'm almost positive that everyone is well aware of the situation, I will recap it for you. On May 25th in Minneapolis, Minnesota, there was a man. His name was George Floyd, a black male, who was arrested. He was compliant with the officer. He showed no signs of resistance. Floyd was on the ground, and Officer Chauvin had his knee on George Floyd's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Two minutes and 53 seconds of him having his knee on his neck. Floyd expressed that he could not breathe. He pleaded for him to take his knee off of his neck so he could breathe. And Officer Chauvin and the 3 other fucking police officers who were with him at the time did absolutely nothing, and murdered this man. They killed this man. They murdered this innocent man. This was blatant, intended racism hidden behind a badge of authority. And it's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. I think about my family members. I think about my friends. I think about my coworkers of color who simply just do not get to live the same way that I do because of the color of their skin. Imagine how tired. Genuinely imagine how tired. I'm tired. Imagine how tired these people are. I have to put myself into people's shoes to understand perspective, and I have to go through scenarios to fully understand how someone feels. That's how I've always worked and operated. I think that's why I'm such an empathetic person, because I always try to see the view of the other person. And I think about times when I'm around police officers, it's when I feel the absolute safest. getting pulled over. Even when I get pulled over, I don't have to worry about anything. I feel safe because I have a police officer around me, because I am a white woman. I'm white. And that's the privilege that I have. I can feel safe with these people around me. I feel protected every day in my community. And for these people of color and these minorities in this country, these minority groups, it is a fine line between life and death for these people in America. When the fuck is this going to change? When? Police are constantly abusing their power. They're hiding behind their badges of authority to be racist criminals. Racist criminals. That's what they're not. Police officers. They're racist criminals. These police officers who are abusing their power, they're making every other good cop look absolutely horrendous, setting them back so much for all the progress that they're attempting and all of the fucking shit they're trying to rebuild to gain the trust of individuals to protect these communities. People have the right to be fucking mad. People have the right to be furious. People have the right to be angry, sad, tearing down things. People have the right to fucking set fires. Fuck. If I was constantly never heard, I would do the same exact fucking thing. The same exact thing. And if you put that into a psychological perspective as well, when we're mad or when we're angry, we express it. People express it differently. And no matter which way you want to slice it, it's valid. If I was constantly living in fear of dying, or constantly living in fear of wondering if my family or my friends were going to come home safe because of the color of their skin every single day, you best fucking believe I'm going to tear down a fucking something, and I'm going to set fire to something, because enough is a fucking enough. We literally live in America where a black man goes to prison for 15 years on a marijuana charge, where a white male who brutally raped and assaulted a woman gets less than 2 years in prison with probation because he's rich and because he is white. When are people, it makes no sense to me. All I'm saying is the past few days, as I've said, I didn't want to talk about this on here. I've been talking about it here and there on Twitter, and I am actively trying to help and raise awareness for this, but a lot of the stuff I've seen from the protests and from everything, for me, seeing a lot of violence and seeing a lot of hatred for anybody at any point in time as an empathic person is very difficult, because I take all of that feeling in, and I feel it as my own, and I hate it. I genuinely hate it, and I just want to see change. I just want to see change for people. This is fucking America. This is supposed to be the land of the free. We should not be killing innocent people because of the color of their skin. It is 2020, and things need to fucking change. I can't stand it. I'm fucking infuriated. All lives matter has absolutely zero weight. I don't even want to hear that shit. Don't fucking bring it here. Don't bring it here to me. Don't bring it to my channel. Don't bring it anywhere. I don't want to see it, because all lives matter has absolutely zero weight to it unless black lives also matter. And right now, black lives do not matter in this fucking country. I'm hoping and I'm praying that there is justice for this man, George Floyd. I pray to God. I've been praying to God every single day, wishing peace upon him and upon his family and his loved ones. And for every other person in America, every other person of color, every other black man or woman who has gone through this shit, I am so sorry. I see you and I hear you, and I stand with you, and I will forever do that, because that's just basic human decency at this point. As I've said, I do always want my channel to be a place of comfort, and I'm sorry that this may have been a little bit more heavy, but as I've said, this is extremely important, and if you all don't know what's going on, now is the time to get informed about it and to spread awareness about it. I want everyone to be able to have healthy discussions about it, whether that be in the comments below, and also, my Twitter DMs are constantly open, and if anybody is feeling anything, hurt, sad, scared, angry, please do not hesitate ever to DM me and talk to me about it, because I will be here for you. That being said, I have included in the description below a couple of organizations or that you guys can donate to in order to help. The first being the official George Floyd Memorial Fund, the Minnesota, the Minnesota Freedom Fund. There are some incredible people out there, and there are a ton of incredible lawyers that are bailing people who have gotten arrested at these protests. They're doing pro bono representation. It's absolutely incredible the way that these communities are coming together. And then also the Black Lives Matter. Those are listed below, and I'm sure if anybody has any other organizations or anything that I could put in my description that is also of importance, please let me know, and I would love to add it in here, because anything really helps at this point to just kind of raise awareness. But what I am going to leave you with is that there have been many protests going on, and there are many protests upcoming, and I just want to say that please stay safe. Please. I love you all so much, and just please don't stay silent on this matter. Once again, I love you all, and please stay safe. Go out and vote. Don't stay silent. Don't stay silent, because that's exactly how this shit continues to happen, and it's only getting worse. God bless you all. I love you all so much. Bye.